just a continuation of what Pastor Kirk has been preaching about, preparation for promotion. Amen. And my subtopic is from process to promise. All right. Because everybody wants the promotion, but we don't want to prepare. We don't want to go through the process to get there. The first scripture I have today is Genesis. And before we go there, I have to do this. It says, whether it be your iPad, your iPhone, your real Bible, because technology is here. Pastor Kirk says, this is my Bible. This is my Bible. I am what it says I am. I can do what it says I can do. And today I am going to be taught the Word of God, that if I apply it to my life, I will never be the same, in Jesus' name. But the scripture today is coming from Genesis, the 24th chapter and the 11th verse, and also Matthew, the 5th chapter and the 41st verse. Taken from the NIV, it says, may it be that when I say to a young woman, please let down your jar, that I may have a drink. And she says, drink, and I'll water your camels too. Let her be the one you have chosen for your servant Isaac. By this I will know that you have shown kindness to my master. Matthew, the 5th chapter and the 41st verse. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Father God, I just thank you on today that you take control of this vessel, and whatever you have given instructions for your people, that I will give it. Joann, get out of the way, and you take control of my life. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. You may be seated. Somebody, and I'm kind of a little bit old-fashioned, touch your name and just say preparation, preparation, preparation. Preparation. And the meaning of preparation is the action or process of making ready or being made ready for use or consideration. The promotion is the action or process of making ready or being made ready for use. No. Promotion, activity that supports or provides active encouragement for the furtherance of a cause, venture, or an aim. Now this bag I brought because it was in preparation for this thing that's sitting right here. Okay. And it was a whole lot of preparation, y'all. I had to put the tablecloth out. All right. I had to get my pants ready. This is only one. I had 3 of them. Okay. This is what you call a sifter, not a strainer, because strainer got big holes in it. But a sifter, you know, all them kind of big grains, it won't get through. I had to sift my flour, y'all. And then I had to get that measuring cup. This is all the process to that right there. Haven't even got there yet. I had to get the mixer, couldn't bring it. Because I got a big mixer, y'all. That's that miniature thing. I had to get that bowl. Haven't got to the promise yet. Haven't gotten there yet. Had to get all that stuff that I got spread that icing yet, but I ain't even got to the icing yet. I got some baking soda. Y'all want to eat that like that? No. I don't think so. But it's the process. I'm looking at the promise. I'm looking at the promise. I'm looking at the promise. Some vinegar. Vinegar? I got some vinegar too. See, you don't know what go through your process. What have you been through? We want this. But do you want this? Because it don't taste good by itself. It's all part of that process. Oh, that's some sugar. That's some sugar. Okay. See, the thing about it, you got to take all of this to make that. I got some vanilla flavor here, and I'm not going to take out all that other stuff. I got some vanilla, butter, and nut flavor. And then I got some flour. Not no self-rising. I got that all-purpose flour. All of that. And then I had to get my measuring spoons. The teaspoon, the tablespoon. It takes a whole lot of stuff to continue the process. But do we really want to go through the process? And I didn't even tell you what the recipe was. But you see the promise. That's for my husband when he get here. Because he been gone for 2 whole weeks. He ain't been eating no sweets. He ain't had none of mama's home cooking. So mama got something in the crock pot that he gonna get when he get here. Put some chicken in the oven. Put some beef in there. Put some carrots and all that stuff. All of this was the process. Y'all know that process was hard. That's okay, I'm good. Because I need y'all to see this. And then there's some powdered sugar to make the icing. Not even the cake, the icing. The process to the promise. Everybody want what it look like, but don't nobody want to do what it do to get what you got. I want to be like you, but I don't want to go through the process. And see that picture on the screen? I start putting them ingredients in that, in that bowl. And that's what it looked like. But that's not the finished product. What you look like right now. Do you have a focus and a goal what God promised you? The same thing he said about you in 1999, he haven't changed his mind. Not one bit. You have gotten greased on, oiled on, prophesied to, and he did not change his mind. Continue the process for the promise. But Abraham was given a promise. The sands of the sea. I can't even hold the sand and start to count that he would be blessed. So when he got old, that promise of Isaac, 25 years to the promise. How long have you waited? How long that you complain about God? Lord, I did this. Lord, I did that. Let's go to the next picture. Then you start mixing that stuff together. Because what mama told you, see, it look a little better, but that's still not some stuff I even want to dip my hand and taste it right now, because that stuff ain't been mixed all together yet. Your life may be mixed up, messed up, but continue to stand for the promise. The end results. I want to see what the end going to be. What it going to look like. I got some promises in 1999. I'm telling y'all, I wrote it in the Bible. They prophesied, said it would be, and I'm still looking. It's 2017. People want what you got. Do you want to be homeless? Do you want your car repossessed? Do you want your power off? Do you want to have no food in your refrigerator? Part of the process. That happened to Joann. Do you want your house to go in foreclosure? And you don't know why, because you steady paying your mortgage payment every month. And they tell you this morning your house is being sold, auctioned off on the courthouse step. But you made a payment every month. Do you want to walk in these shoes? Do you want to have your child to have a child at 14? Do you want to walk in this process? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Because in due season, you shall go through something. If it ain't never rained in your life, just wait a while. But Abraham sent his servant out to find a wife for his son Isaac. And you know what he told him? I don't want him to marry one of these Canaanite women. What are you praying for your children? What are you praying for your children? When I heard Pastor Nedra say she's praying for her son's wives, I wasn't taught that. All I knew, I was a teen mother. My mom was a teen mother. So I didn't want my daughters to be a teen mother. But I forgot to say, Lord, the other part of the prayer, let them be married before they have children. I see nobody taught me that other part. All they thought about was, you don't want your child to get pregnant. And then my daughter came up pregnant. Ooh. They say, you going to take her before the church? I say, she didn't do it before the church. Amen. Where the little boy, naughty head boy at? Y'all ain't bringing him before the church. But you want my daughter to come no, she didn't do it in the church, and she's not coming before the church. So, mothers, you have an opportunity to pray for your children's mate. We have been taught in this house right here, so there shall be no excuse. Teach me how to be a chaste, discreet woman at home, clean my own house, make up my own bed, cook food for my own husband, and you don't have to worry about the rest. You don't have to worry about my children coming up here. But teach me, because that's what is instructed to us for the aged women, to teach the younger women how to serve in their own house. Not the church house, in your own house. Pastor said ministry starts at home. It starts at home. So what are you cooking for your husband today? So, when Abraham told told the servant, go find me a wife. But I don't want him to marry one of these Canaanite women. Go back to my homeland and find a wife. And this is the sign that when you go in, because it's already customary for us to just give water. But guess what? When Rachel came to that well and she gave the servant the water, and then she said, and I'll water your camels too. Are we willing to go the extra mile? Are we willing to do more than what is required of us? Because we worked them 40 hours, and you're going to get 40 hours of pay. But when they say, can you stay late to teach somebody else that's above you? Are we willing to go the extra mile? Are we willing to do more than what's required? You all have heard it here. When you're promoted, it's because you've already done the job. Been there, done that. In my own life, trying to just get by. Doing my work, doing my job, because my name is on it. My reputation is on it. And when they saw me, the president and CEO said, Joann, we have won a contract, and I want to make you the director of the youth program. And it's like, me? You're doing the work. All I'm going to advise you to do, start going to school. Because everybody underneath me had to have a 4-year degree. I had no degree. But it's called the work. Are you doing the work? You want the promotion. You want the recognition. And yeah, I used to say that too. Child, I work in the background. That's me. But your gifts and your callings will make room for you and cause you to become before great men and women. It's not that I'm trying to push for it, but your work. That's what's going to put, I know y'all don't believe it, but I used to be that shame, timid, shy girl. Yes, I used to be. Somebody said years ago. Because when God comes out of you, you start opening your mouth. You start being a witness. You testify of the goodness of God and how He brought you through. So when He told her, the servant, this is going to be that sign that when they go to do above and beyond, and if she's willing to come, then I will take her. And she was a blessed woman. Everybody look at the marriage after 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and you're like, oh, they got a good marriage. But it took some work. It took a whole lot of work. It took a whole lot of sacrificing. It didn't just happen. Not overnight, no it did not. Because it took me 10 years to even like him. 10 whole years. I grew up in a family of 11. I was trying to get out of the house. Because I used to sleep in the bed with 5 of us. I didn't have a bed by myself. I didn't have a bedroom by myself. Your children got all of that. And they still hard-headed and obedient because you keep bringing them to the church house to teach them and you won't teach them in your house. We got to teach our children. Take the instruction. Apply it to our life. And we will be the better. We will be better. We will be better. Every situation is a setup if God is in it. It's just a setup for promotion. Stop complaining, but do it with a smile on your face. They don't know you're in pain. They don't know you don't want to do this. But when we get to the next picture, we start mixing all of them ingredients together. It starts looking a whole lot better. You know, the boss man, I'm telling y'all, I know y'all go there praying. Y'all better anoint y'all hands, go not put them on the doorpost. When they walk in your office, hi sir, how you doing today? God bless you. But when I took the promotion to be, see, it's looking better, y'all. But when I took the job as director of the youth center, it was already a setup, y'all. It was a setup. Those people that had those 4-year degrees, one already told me, ain't nobody gonna be over me that don't have no degree. But when God is in it, can't nobody take the credit. Because it's God's doing, and it's going to be marvelous in our eyes. Marvelous. It's a setup. We have to do more than an expected to be promoted. We want it, but some don't want to go through the process of what it takes to be promoted. From the process to the promise. Are you willing to go the extra mile? You don't know who's watching you. And I tell the young people, mess up. I guarantee you'll find out who's watching you. Just mess up. We want to be like the star athletes, but we don't want to practice. Somebody said preparation, preparation, preparation. I'm sure a lot of these athletes had been told, you're not going to be anything. You're just wasting your time, but it's preparation, preparation, preparation. I'm getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And when those good quarterbacks like a Tom Brady, God in the name, he's in there before the players. What you doing? Y'all know, what is his name? Ivan, Allison, whatever his name. You talking about practice. See, some of us think we so good we ain't got to practice. Some of us think we got all the gifts and the talent. We ain't got to prepare for nothing. Oh, it's called preparation, preparation, preparation. You got to prepare for something. You want a good marriage, you better ask him what it takes before you get there, not after. Because see, y'all go to the courthouse, but y'all come to the church house to straighten it all out. Rachel went beyond the norm. Stop just doing what it takes just to get by. You got to do more than what's required of you if you want to get to the promise. We just want it. I told my children, don't try to compete with mom and daddy. Please don't. I am so happy for you all to excel, buy your house, buy your car, because I don't have to make damn payment. If I was to give you a car, can you maintain it? If I give you a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce, can you pay for it full? Can you keep up with the maintenance on it? Because you're not talking about no $5.99 light bulb. I just bought a Buick LaCrosse. My tire got slit on the side, not underneath. I'm like, God, why on the side? I had my car 2 weeks. I I went to the Pep Boys, to the deal. I said, please, Lord, tell me it's covered. It's covered. It wasn't covered. They said $329 for one time.
Thank you, Jesus.
That's on the biblical cross. But y'all want to ride in the Benz. Y'all want a Lexus. Y'all want the Jag, the Beamer. Okay? But what is it going to take to maintain the promise that once he gives it to you, what is it going to take for the maintenance?
My goodness. Maintenance.
What is it going to take? Are you willing to go through the process? You want what other people got, you better start asking what did it take you to get what you got? And then if you do what they did, then you can have what they got. Help me. I told my grandson I wasn't going to scream. But help me. Thank you, Pastor. People will do just what they want to do. They ain't going to do no more. They know what the SOP says. They know what the work manual says. They know what the guidelines are. I'm doing no more, no less. I work 8 hours. I take my 2 15-minute breaks. Hour or 30 minutes. Look, 30 minutes by the time you go down to your car, it's time to go back up on the 9th floor in the elevator. So, are you willing to do what people did to get what they got? Then you find out what it takes. But because it takes more than you think. It takes self-sacrificing. It takes putting up with. Literally biting your own tongue. Literally putting your hands to your own mouth. Tell yourself to be quiet.
Amen.
But that's a learning process. Because when you get tired of going back and forth, no, the sky blue, no, it's light blue, no, it's dark blue. When you get tired of that, then you start giving in to some stuff.
Amen.
But we got to go through the process. We got to go through the process of getting what God has promised us, what he has prophesied to us. We got to go through that process. I just want to give you a story about my oldest daughter. She is 45 years old. When I got pregnant with her, my mom like, Joann, didn't I tell you? No, Mama, you didn't tell me. That by pregnancy, she gave me a book, and the book was called Being Born. It didn't say how that girl got pregnant. The title of that book showed that lady going through a 9-month process. It didn't say them people had sex. It just said being born. And that's when she throwed me and read it, Joann. So I ain't. Look, if Mama just said, don't let them boys touch you, I would not have let him touch me. But she didn't give me the whole process. Y'all got to find out what the whole process is.
Right. Yes.
What is the process? What did it take for you to get what you got? And you're like, oh no, that's okay. That's all right. Don't want to do that.
Right.
But when I got pregnant with her, and she says, you know what? I am 14 years old. I was still running outside with no shoes on. Playing football and all that softball, all that stuff. She is over my head. She was still combing my hair. She tells my oldest brother, who is 10 years older than me, and he was married and gone from home, do your wife have family in New York that I can send her to abort this thing?
Jesus.
I'm listening to my mother combing my hair. Do you know somebody I can, because abortions were not legal yet in the state of Florida. So when he said, no, Mom, then that's when she tried some other stuff.
Jesus.
And that baby still went abort.
Jesus.
You still carry what he promised you.
My goodness.
No matter if you fall downstairs, he still said what he said.
Thank you, God.
If you try to get rid of the thought in your mind, he still said what he said. He has not changed his mind about your promotion. Oh, it's coming to pass. But how long is it coming to pass? So, she took me to the doctor. He gave me shots. Nothing happened. The baby is still there. I was in the 9th grade. I went to the school for all the pregnant girls. That baby was born. But guess what? In that process, I was taught how to cook. I was taught how to sew. I was taught how to crochet. I was taught how to take care of my baby. I was taught about nutrition. And that, which I thought was the worst time of my life. After that baby was born, you know what mama said? I will help you for 2 weeks. After that, you're on your own. I was 14 years old. Are you willing to go to the process for the promise? Just hold on. It won't be like this always. You won't look like this 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Just keep preparing. Keep staying in school. Keep studying. So I had that baby, and mama took care of me for 2 whole weeks. I got up, pulled myself together. I was still in school. By then, I'm in high school. I went to school from 7:30 to 2:30, and I got a job from 3 to 11 at night. Go through the process. It won't be like this always. So after I did that, my husband, who is my husband now, he's the daddy, he's the baby daddy. He said, I'm not marrying you unless you graduate from high school. I said, okay, I'm going to stay in school. But see, I was brought up in a generation, all the daddies did was made babies, but they went on and made somebody else a baby daddy. They didn't stay in the house. They went around the house to Miss Clara and made a whole nother family around there. And then mama, she's so angry and upset. She trying to get her groove thing on. So it just left me wide open. Mamas, stop leaving your children wide open. Stop worrying about yourself. How you satisfying yourself, you better make sure Johnny getting it. Stop trying to get yours and leave that groove over there. But you better make sure your children on their grind. That's what you do. Make sure they're on their grind. But anyway, my daughter was singing professionally when she was 9 years old. She could wake up and sing. She could sing in tongues. She can write a song in the midst of singing the song. The process. But I didn't understand the devil wasn't after her. Y'all know that? He was after the son that she had. So if I had to kill that, I would have killed my grandson. So stop worrying about your perception. How people look at you because your child pregnant. And that's them, that ain't me. Because if you teach them, oh yeah, you're going to be upset. Because when my daughter came and told me she was pregnant, I like, now you know I taught you better than that. You know I told you about that. I told you if you stand on that corner and kiss that boy, you was going to be dropping it in a minute. I told them, keep right on kissing on him. Johnny gonna want more. He buy you grits and eggs, he gonna want some bacon after a while. Back to my daughter. So while she's coming up, my husband saying, another man ain't gonna take care of my child. I'm like, you could just go on, Cletus, because that's all men do. Go on. He said, another man will not take care of my child. So he stayed right there. Through the process. Raised our children. I got married at the age of 17. At the age of 17 and still married way past that. Because it was a process. I didn't have no example. I didn't say mom and daddy did it, auntie. I had nobody in my family. I mean, beyond. No examples. When I was 19, I got saved. 17, 18, 19. Yeah. My husband was in the army. We was over in Germany. We got back. And I was invited to church. Because, see, my mama was saved before. So the word was planted. Don't think it's futile that you're teaching your children right now. I don't care what they do, where they go, they will come back. They're going to come back because you put the word in them. You didn't wait for Sunday school to put it in them. You didn't wait for church children's ministry to do it. But you told them, you're a great man of God. You're a great woman of God. You are going to be somebody. You can be anything you want to be. I'm telling my children that. No, we're going to study this word of God. You get it in your heart. But we waiting for the church house to do it. Because we don't have time. Keep on working 2 and 3 jobs. You better take care of your children. Take care of your children. Because if you don't tell them, I got pregnant at home. It wasn't in the street. Because my mama was in the club. I got pregnant at home. Not at Johnny's house. Not at Donald's house. Donald was at my house. Okay? So, mama watch the girls too. Stop thinking that girls are girlfriends. Friend girls. You better watch the boys and the girls. I told my son, we have 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 son. And I told my son, you get her pregnant, you better go to McDonald's, Burger King, Publix, Winn-Dixie. I don't care where, you will be taking care of your child. But when my oldest daughter got pregnant, she had graduated school. Because see, that's the prayer I prayed. Not according to knowledge. Don't let them be teen mothers. I didn't say let them be married with children. So she came in, my husband was out of town, and she said, Mom, I've been wanting to tell you something for a long time. Because, you know, God give y'all them signs. We be ignoring them. I seen it on them. But I ignored that sign. Nah, because I talked to him. You can give the instructions all you want to, but until you apply that thing to your life, then you'll be the better. So I said, okay, we're going to tell your daddy. I called my husband. He was out of town. The first thing my husband uttered is, she got to go. I said, hold up. You forgot you got some other mama daughter pregnant? I'm not putting my daughter out. Why we as Christians want to throw our daughters out, but we always got somebody else's child baby in our lap?
Hello.
You don't want to give your daughter a baby shower, but you always at Sister Mary's daughter's baby shower. You better love in your house. And then you wonder when you get 60 years old why your daughter and your children don't come around your house. I don't know why they cheering don't come and see me. They know I'm getting old. You said well, no children coming in your house. That's what you said. If you get pregnant, you ain't coming up in here. So you know what they did? They left home. But anyway, we move right on because I don't have that much time. But when she got older, she sang professionally at 9 years old with other adults.
Wow.
With other adults. She was recording gospel music. Yeah. And people see her today, you still singing gospel? I said, what else you supposed to be singing? That's Joann, y'all. That's me. That's my belief. Okay? I said, what else is she supposed to be doing? But anyway, long story short, she had her baby. We didn't take her son. We asked her because her daddy was fighting like cats and dogs. I'm like, is that your real daddy? Is that your real daughter? I remember picking up the phone calling 911 because my husband came up in an abusive home for 15 years with domestic violence in his home. That's why he's a jokester today, because of the misery that was at home. He said all I wanted to do was to make somebody else laugh. 15 years, not her husband, not even her husband. 15 years until he shot her. She lived through it. But what is it going to take for you to hear God? What is it going to take for you to say, God, for you I live, for you I'll die? It's all of you and none of me. It's not about me. It has anything to do with me, God. Take me through this process. We used to have the thing back in the day, say, Lord, if you take this, give me some more. Because I want to see what the end is going to be. But my daughter was in school, like she was in school for 5 years at a 2-year college. And when I got fired from my job at the age of 50, I only had 2 years into my degree. And by the time I was working on my bachelor's, guess what they want? A master's. So when I got fired, I went to the employment office because that was the process that once you got to go to the one stop or whatever they call it. Now, mind you, I worked at the one stop, so I know what the process is. I'm not coming to no office and I got a computer at home to look for my own job for y'all to say, y'all got me this job. You know what? I'm going to go through the process. Y'all say that's what I need to do. I'm going to sit in here. And the lady says, you know what? You're a good candidate because you have 2 years of college and they have this program at Barry University where you can get 2 more years and you become a certified teacher. And I asked the lady, I said, so how many more classes do I need? I said, let me call my advisor. She said, oh, you would need 9 more classes. I said, no. Don't want to be no teacher. I'm not doing an extra 9 class, not credits, 9 classes to be no teacher. I called my daughter. Guess what? You've been at Miami-Dade College. They got this program. If you got 2 years worth of college, you can go and get your certification. This is the daughter that my mom wanted me to have aborted. So she went through the process. She not only got certified, she got her ESC, ESOL, reading, whatever that stuff was. She got 3 certifications. And in Florida, you have to pass that certification test before you become teacher. So long story short, her husband is telling her in her process, you just going to that fake school. You ain't going no real school. She's making $7 an hour. In the midst of her making this $7 an hour, she's like, Mom, I can't take it. Oh, Mom, I can't take it. Then she had to do the process where you know, when you finish the degree, but you got to go and work for free. Right. With an internship. Right. Yeah. So now she got to work 6 months, I think it is, for free. For free. This is the process for the degree. Right. So, but she was making $7, struggling to make ends meet, and the husband say, he was whining. That's fake school. Well, she finished that process. In the midst of her going through the process, it was right at the beginning of the market crash, the real estate market crash, and she said, Mama, I just want to refi my house so I can get me some extra money just to catch up. So in the process of her doing this, and then the guys, she said, Mama, they didn't give me enough money. I told the guy, give me my original mortgage back. Guess what in the process? There's no original mortgage. There is no second mortgage. She said, Mama, I called, they said I ain't even got no mortgage. I said, what? I said, my mother-in-law says, I don't believe it. I don't believe it till I see the papers. Them papers came in the mail. Paid in full. Deed. The deed to her house. Making $7 an hour. $7 an hour. House paid in full. I said, let me tell you how you know if it's real. See if you can borrow some money on it. She borrowed on it and got the money. It was real, y'all. But I didn't want to go through her process. I said, why I can't get my house paid off? Why that can't happen to me? Do I want to go back to making $7 an hour? I don't think so. Nearly making ends meet? I don't want, no, that's, God bless you, I'm so happy for you. But I don't want to go through that process. Now when she became a teacher, she had the substitute teacher. And I think in Miami-Dade, they make $10 an hour substitute. She's a substitute teacher. She had friends. That's why it's good to make friends. Be nice to people. Her friend says, oh, you can come work for me at this school. She worked at the middle school. She like, Mom, she became a permanent teacher. After becoming a permanent teacher, she said, Mom, I'm tired of the classroom because people don't want to change. You know, don't want to work in a place where you're teaching kids and you don't like kids. Can you go work at Burger King somewhere? Can you go work at the grocery store? Can you go work somewhere else and not teaching my grandkids? You don't even like kids and you're a teacher? You just want to pay your bills. So, in her process, she became a reading coach. When she became a reading coach, she said, Mom, I don't want to go back in the classroom. Her friend girl says she was principal at a charter school. She said, why don't you come and just work for me? She said, I'm telling you, I'm not going to come there being no reading coach. She didn't want to be no reading coach. She wanted to be something else higher. This is her process. She went to the school. She wasn't there long. She not only became whatever it was over the reading coaches, she became assistant principal. Now, mind you, my daughter only been in the system for 7 years. This is her process, not my process. Her friends said, come on. I got you. How much you want? Pay her what she want to. And then the assistant principal, before she became assistant principal, he quit. Don't y'all know God will make people move out the way to put you where you need to be? So she became an assistant principal. 2 months in the process, the principal quit. Guess what she at right now? All right, you better tell somebody, say preparation, preparation, preparation.
Wow.
She's the principal quit. I said, well, where's she at, baby? Oh, she home with her 2 children. She quit. God will move people out the way. Whatever God said about you, he meant it. It shall come to pass. Just go through the process and you'll get to the promise. Y'all pray for me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.